All right, let's move on now to the 40s. Again, Joe Louis. This time, Louis and Billy Conn. The decade of the 40s began with apprehension as the fear of another world war became a harsh reality. Hitler ordered the London Blitz, an all-out air offensive that carried through several months. December 7, 1941, Japan attacked Pearl Harbor. The U.S. enters World War II. Germany surrenders in May of 1945. 3 months later, Japan is devastated by 2 atomic bombs. And in 1947, baseball's color line was broken as Jackie Robinson debuted with the Brooklyn Dodgers. It was back in June of 1941 that Joe Louis and Billy Conn met for the first of 2 bouts. They fought at the Polo Grounds in New York for the heavyweight title.
And there wasn't a person in boxing that gave the puffed-up light heavyweight Billy Conn a chance against the seemingly invincible brown bomber Joe Louis.
It is round 13. Surprisingly, Billy Conn is ahead on all 3 scorecards. The call of Don Dunphy.
Ready to snap a knockdown. A left jab to the jaw by Louis. Takes up Billy just a little bit. Conn is out in the center. As Louis jabs his left, Conn blocks the blow with his own right hand. Louis paws away with his left, trying to get Conn into a corner if he can. Conn stands around in the center of the ring, just continually circling the champion. Louis sticks out a left hand, which is blocked by Billy Conn. Conn comes in close, crosses the right to the body of the champion. Louis doesn't seem to mind that blow. It didn't have much force behind it. Louis and Conn out in the center of the ring. Not too much action in this round. Now they go to close quarters, and Conn, after hooking a left to the body, brings up a left to the jaw of Joe Louis. Louis jabs away with his left. It's short of the mark, and now he jabs the left and crosses the right to Conn's chin. Louis jabs another left to Conn's chin. Conn goes back out of danger. Louis jabs the left and hooks the right and staggers Billy Conn with a right uppercut, and Conn wisely holds on and ties up Louis. Louis hurts Conn again with a left and a right to the jaw, but Conn fights back with a right and a left to the body. Another right and a left to the body. A left hook to the jaw by Conn. A right to the jaw. 2 more rights as he outswings the champion. Conn was hurt, but he fought his way out of it. A left hook to the body by Billy Conn, another left hook to the body, and a left to the jaw. And the challenger's blows to the midsection are seemingly slowing up Joe Louis. Billy's eye, the right eye is cut again, and there's Louis driving Conn back with a right to the jaw. Louis stabbing the left to Conn's jaw, and Conn going to close quarters and tying up his opponent. Right in the center of the ring now. This is a fight. Conn jabs the left and is staggered by a right cross thrown by Joe Louis. Conn is hurt, but he bounds off the rope as Louis comes back with a right and a left to the body, and Conn hooks the left to the jaw. A left hook to the jaw, right uppercut scored by Joe Louis, and still another one. Conn every so often is staggered, but he comes fighting back. He's got remarkable recuperative powers. A right cross to the jaw by Louis, and Conn hooks his own left to the jaw. Conn is covering up now, trying to get that left hand free. Louis takes Conn's head back with a right uppercut, a swinging blow, and Conn goes to close quarters. And now Louis back to the attack with another right uppercut as Conn hooks the left to the jaw. A left jab to the jaw and a right cross scored by Joe Louis, and Conn is hurt as Louis rips the right to the jaw. Conn is staggering, but he won't go down. There's Louis jabbing a left and uppercutting his right to Conn's head. Conn blocks the left hook. He's reeling around the ring. Louis hooks the left and a right to the jaw, and Conn is down from a right cross to the jaw. He's taking the count. 4, 5, 6, 7. He's on his back. 8, 9. He's getting up. No, the referee says it's all over. The referee says it's all over. The bout is stopped. The winner and still champion, Joe Louis.
Well, Billy Conn got greedy. He went for the knockout. Went up against the old axiom, never punch with a puncher.
It could have been that he was, might have been tired, or he had sensed a change in the fight, and that he had to fight his way out of it, you know, and I think that could have been probably why he opened up as much as he did at that particular time. Although he knew he was tired, and he thought that he would outgut Louis, and then take over. But Lewis' punching power was just too much for him or anybody else.
But the fact was that he was ahead, and he knew he was ahead.
Yeah.
Billy knew he was ahead, and his corner was telling him, just make it to the 15th, and we win this fight. Now, I've heard you say many a time, Angelo, don't coast. Fight your way through. Would you have let him fight all the way through to the 15th?
What I would have actually done is to go with Gotcha there, box.
I have an interesting point, though. The count was at 2:58 of the 13th round. History would have been rewritten, or possibly could have been rewritten, if that knockdown had come 4 seconds later. Conn would have been saved by the bell, and I'm sure he would have changed his tactics in the 14th round.
All right, when we come back, a look at the fabulous 50s.